topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Ask the Expert Show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV, where we bring you educational information from experts on such topics as legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Now sit back and listen to our experts in community association law, estate planning law, tax relief, Medicare, public insurance adjusters, neuropathy treatment, business brokers, and personal injury law, along with many other topics. Now here's your host for the last 17 years, Steve O.
Morning, Texas. Welcome to another Ask the Expert show, where we bring you the top experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. You know, sometimes you have days like I'm having today, and it started off, I thought today was Wednesday. I'm showing my stupidity. Of course, it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. And our links are based on the days. So here I am sending all our experts the link for our show today from Wednesday when it's actually Tuesday. So I sent our expert who's coming on hopefully in a few minutes, Ray Hernandez, your claims expert. We're going to be talking about appraisals and claim damage. And if you're in Texas, especially in the Houston area, the Galveston area, this is hurricane season. It started in July. And listen, sometimes you don't get the hurricane, but you get strong winds, heavy rains. So you get roof damage, you get leaks. And this is the time you need a great appraiser. We have got one of the greatest appraisers and claims adjusters. And just so people understand what a claims adjuster does is if you have damage to your house, the great insurance company or homeowner insurance is going to write you a check. But you have to understand that when they write that check to you, they're trying to pay you the least amount possible. Well, I actually myself had a claim about 15 years ago, and the insurance company offered me $30,000. I really think that the reason that they do this, is they think that, we're not bright when it comes to costs for homeowners when they have a problem. And I think they can get by with giving us the least amount possible. You know what? I'm going to, I guess we're having problems getting the link to our expert. And I am going to see if I can give our great producer, Rebel, her email and see if he'll send her the link. For some reason, I'm sending her the link, and of all times for it not to get there. Now, this is not a good time for the link not to get there, but we'll get caught up here. I'm sorry this is happening like this. I hope, let's see. Check your spam. I am so sorry, folks. Um, anyway, I'm sure she'll, between Rebel sending it to her, I told her to check her spam. But anyway, what is so great is this insurance company who, we pay all these high amounts to them every month. So they offered me $30,000. A friend of mine said, you ought to get a public insurance adjuster. I had no idea what a public insurance adjuster is. And I got to tell you, I ended up hiring a public insurance adjuster. Now listen, every claim is different. I don't want you to think because this is what happened to me, the same thing is going to happen with you. But I got to tell you, I ended up getting a check because of the public adjuster for $135,000. Now, why didn't the insurance company offer that to me in the beginning or anywhere even close to it? Why did it fighting with them? Good morning. Hey,
Good morning. Today's message must be very strong.
I don't know why you weren't getting my my links, but hey, you're here. No Ray today?
No Ray today. You get me. We're filling in for Ray.
So I was just telling everybody that I had hire a public adjuster because the insurance company was only offering me $30,000. And the public adjuster ended up getting me $135,000.
Amen to that. That exactly is how it works.
So, Caroline, tell people about your company.
Well, welcome everyone. Our company, Exclusive Global Solutions, does home insurance appraisals, and we basically work with the homeowner and the insurance company to appraise the loss, give it a greater value.
So, let me ask you, how long have you all been in business?
Well, Ray has definitely been in the industry for over half of his lifetime. He actually was a desk adjuster, field adjuster. So he's gone through the process, and that's exactly why it makes our company so knowledgeable, because we know the ins, because he was on the carrier side, and the outs as a homeowner representative.
So, explain the appraisal process since we have all these new listeners now on TikTok.
Of course, the appraisal process, when you think about it, is pretty basic. The homeowner opens their claim. Once the insurance company sends them the amount that they value the loss at, the homeowner receives it, and usually it's not enough to cover the repairs for their damages. And that's when their homeowner's appraisal clause in their policy comes in handy. So they can reach out directly, most cases, especially in Texas, they can request an appraisal by sending it into the carrier and letting them know this is not enough money. And then we go in and we help them adjust that value.
Caroline, since I've been through the process, I think that the insurance companies, I'm not naming any at all, think we're just idiots and we don't know what things are worth when it comes to, the house, and that they really try to take advantage of us because so many times, and I know you get your clients so much more money than the insurance company offered.
All right. Well, I don't know if they think that we're idiots, more like it's their business as well. So they protect their costs. And obviously, I don't know where they get their materials or their prices, but usually it doesn't cover our repairs as homeowners.
Well, you did that very democratically. I appreciate that. But, I was one of those people. I knew nothing. I don't know what tiles worth. I don't know what roofs are worth. any idea. And, I think a lot of people just settle and take the check that they offer without putting up a
Yes.
fight.
Agreed. And I always think the best, just like the insurance carrier has their representative, it's always best for the homeowner to get representation. Even though you might think the insurance company is on your side, they are protecting their benefits just like you should protect your own, and you should always get representation.
Caroline, are you surprised that a lot of people don't even realize what's in their policy?
Of surprise? Of course not. It's very, I mean, when they tell you it's the final payment, you trust your insurance company because that's what you think it is. So I am not surprised that a lot of people don't try to go after what their damage is actually worth, which is why we're so adamant on educating the homeowners on how they should read their policy and understand that they do have rights.
So there's a new Texas law, SB 458, and it changes how they might impact homeowners and contractors and moving forward with insurance claims. Can you talk about that?
Well, that's a very big one here in Texas, and not everybody is familiar with it. But most importantly, and I think the biggest takeaway on the appraisal side is that all policies will now include the appraisal clause. So it will be demanded by both the carrier and the homeowner, amongst other things. Again, that's a very big one here in Texas.
And people think of appraisers, they think of roof damage, water, flooding, but there's so many other areas that you cover.
That's correct. Besides the interior, I mean, people don't even realize how they can be covered for vandalism, fires, of course, anything, hail, especially here, is a big one. And with the appraisal, it's one of the most cost efficient ones, as opposed to having to get legal representation or more thorough adjusting through a public adjuster as well. And it's one of the quickest too.
This is from Martin in Bel Air. Great show. I'm wondering, why does the insurance companies not cover termites?
Why doesn't it cover termites? Well, it just depends on the policy. And I guess that's also an issue where it's more on the maintenance side. Fumigation would really help that. And they expect the homeowners to be aware of that. That's why it's so important for the homeowners to understand their policies and go through it very detailed with their agents when they're renewing or when they're obtaining new policies.
Caroline, people are asking, how do you charge for your services?
Mostly we have a flat fee. It usually depends on the estimate price. And one of the benefits with our company especially is that we do charge on the back end. But it all depends on the estimate and the amount of their roof.
So there's a lot of times there's no upfront fees.
With our company, there is not. We do charge once we settle, but it's not contingent. And we do have a contract where they will know their fee up front. It's just that to help out the homeowners, we do charge on the back end.
So getting back to appraisals in Texas, is appraisals in Texas only about the amount of damage, or can it decide what is covered also?
No, absolutely. In Texas and usually across the US, the appraisal is only on the value of the loss. So only for what has already been accepted by the carrier. Anything else and if they need additional determination with coverage, or they need to cover anything else, it needs to be done through a public adjuster or an attorney. So we all work hand in hand.
And you cover businesses also, right?
Yes, sir. We do residential and commercial as well.
How does this is from Mark in Sugarland. I am really watching this show because I'm always worried about with the weather down here that we have. I want to know, can you explain again the appraisal process, step by step, how it works here in Texas?
Well, for the appraisal process, again, it's pretty simple. Once you see the damage and you call your carrier and you open your claim, once you receive an undisputed amount, which is what the insurance company decides that your loss is worth, you can definitely reach out to an appraiser. And if it's only on the value of the loss, for example, your roof is worth 15,000, but the carrier just paid you 5,000, that's when the appraisal process kicks in and we can help you.
Okay. This is from Kelly in Dickerson. How long does a appraisal process usually take?
Lately, since we have been moving them along, usually it'll take 30 to 60 days once the inspection has been completed. If an umpire needs to do an additional inspection, then it's usually between 60 and 90 days.
Here's another one. This is from TikTok. Marvin on TikTok wants to know, I own a business. I'm always nervous because we have a restaurant next door to us. I'm always worried about flooding. I am really watching your show a lot lately. When do I contact you? Would it be as soon as the damage happens or weeks later? When do I contact you?
As soon as the damage happens and you receive that first settlement check from the carrier or first estimate, you can give us a call and we can help evaluate your case and your claim and see how we can help you out.
What do you think is the biggest misnomer that people have when it comes to filing a claim?
I think it's a discrepancy whether from the date that they see their damages to the date that it might have actually occurred, for example. Because sometimes there might have been a storm a week before, but it doesn't rain hard until the following week. So you have a difference in the date of loss. And also, one of the biggest things I see is that the carrier always says final payment and the insurance and the homeowner relieves it. No payment is final unless you sign a release to that carrier.
So this kind of answers the next question is, if I have a break-in, is that covered on my policy?
It depends on your policy, but most policy do cover vandalism and burglars.
And I'm going to get this one in. Can you reopen a policy? A reason I ask is after listening to your show, I'm afraid I didn't get the full value of the damage I had. Can you come back in and open that policy back up again?
We absolutely, most definitely can. If you have a closed claim or even a closed appraisal, we can review that appraisal for you and see if we can help you out.
Oh, that's great news. Caroline, how do people reach you?
Well, in Texas, they can give us a call at 713-584-6339 on our website, www.exclusiveglobalsolutions.com, on TikTok, Your Claims Expert, and on Instagram as well.
Caroline, you're amazing.
Thank you.
You did such a great job today, and you'll be back again with us next month. Caroline, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. And again, you know where to reach us. Thank you so much, Steve. And if you have any questions, you know who to reach out to.
You did great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for us today. We will be back again with you next week with more Ask the Experts.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in next week and every week to hear more from our experts on personal injury, insurance, air condition repairs, estate planning, Medicare, and many other topics in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. See you next week.